I left the mouse over there because I'm an idiot. Keep talking.
You're so stupid.
Can you talk about this? Where were you?
Montreal for a bachelor party. Yeah,
I've never heard of someone going to Montreal for a bachelor party.
it was actually extremely fun. We had a guy that it actually Montreal reminds me a lot of Chicago, kind of. It's like a mini Chicago in some aspect, but there's just a shit ton of people that speak French, and it's super lame and to that extent.
Do any of you, I know you don't, but does anybody that you went with speak French?
No.
So that sounds awful.
But we did go through a company
Everyone
that like
speaks
helped
English.
us. We did go through a company that helped us like get into clubs and everything. And the guy that was the host of everything, guess what his fucking name was?
Pierre.
No. He has like a name, like a stupid host name. Like you walked in like, what's up, guys? How's everyone feeling? Where's the bachelor? There he is. No, dude, you're the bachelor? Sick.
Sounds like a Chad.
His name is Hurricane Tony.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. His skin was like a shade of gray. It wasn't even a color. I was like, dude, are you okay? He's like, yeah, man, I've been on a bender for like 8 weeks. I'm like, all right, dude, just calm down.
So
Sit down.
he had literal jaundice.
Yeah. I was like,
his liver was not working anymore.
I was like, Hurricane Tony, you need to sit down right there and tell us what we're doing this weekend.
Hurricane Tony, you've been downgraded to tropical storm.
Yeah.
You need to chill, get some liquids, get some fluids. Let's go.
He honestly looked like he was gonna die.
Shout out to you, Hurricane Tony. What was the dumbest thing you did in Quebec? No, Montreal.
The dumbest shit probably the last day we decided it was a good idea to stay at a day club from 3 till 10:30 at night. And we went through, I'm not even exaggerating, 11 bottles of Ciroc and 10 pitchers of sangria.
That sounds terrible.
And none of us blacked out. So I'm thinking they just watered down the vodka.
They 100% do because it's Canada.
And
also,
every
was
guy,
Eddie Lacy there?
No, Eddie Lacy wasn't
Not
there.
interested.
Every guy there was like of Middle Eastern descent. And they looked like, if you could build your own nightclub character, they looked like that guy. Like they were wearing a jumpsuit, had like the sickest beards, were wearing Gucci loafers. I'm just like,
build your own nightlife guy is
Seriously.
hilarious.
all right.
So you came home with a pair of Gucci loafers then? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Okay. That's kind of what I figured.
Oh. So yeah, Montreal was fun. Really artsy, a lot of graffiti on the buildings. They have like a strip that kind of reminded me of Michigan Avenue with all the stores. And they actually have a Ferris wheel on the lake, just like Navy Pier. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Yeah.
I wonder which was like built first. Not that it really matters because who cares?
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's just odd to me. Like I've never heard of anybody saying, hey, let's go to Montreal for my bachelor party. But
Yeah,
I'm
it
glad
was
you guys
fun.
had a good time.
It was a good time.
In fact, that's the second person in this chat that has gone to a Montreal bachelor party within the year, actually. Because I was there a couple weeks ago for my bachelor party. Did you see that?
What?
There was, like,
What are you talking
the
about?
toilet
What are you
paper.
talking about?
I was in Montreal like 2 weeks ago.
You didn't even fucking
Like-
tell us that.
Yeah, no, for Brett's birthday. It was like March or May 29th. Like a couple months
You
ago.
never mentioned going to Canada once.
He was still
Yeah,
thinking
no, I
about
was there
Italy.
I was there a while ago. Well, kind of.
Italy was still fresh in his mind.
Yeah, no,
Maybe
nothing
that's what it
beats
was. You
Italy.
talked about it. You were just like, yeah, I was in Italy.
So, Brick, yeah, you can speak to this then. Did you like it?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, it was a great time. Dude, the art in there is hilarious. There's one where it just says, it's like a blocked off little chained up area just in the street, just as street art. And it just has a guy's face between like 4 people's asses. And the top of it just says toilet paper.
Sure.
Just like
did you
weird.
Did you go to
shit.
Schwartz's Deli for a pastrami sandwich?
I don't think so.
Oh, so good. Best
There's one that
pastrami
just
I've
has,
ever had.
it's the same art like area, just has a place that just has someone smiling with a shit written on their teeth. Just like the weirdest art I've ever seen. It's hilarious though. I was
Sounds
interested. I took
awesome.
pictures.
What the
I'll
fuck?
send them
I
to you
didn't
guys.
see that.
I'll send them
don't
to you
know.
guys. It was ridiculous.
It sounds like a made up story.
I would gladly go to Montreal. I don't even care. But okay, great. I'm glad you had fun. Brick, as the football guy of the group, I feel like you need to speak on Andrew Luck because we stopped recording like right before that news broke last weekend.
Well, that's true. Yeah, no, that was just ultimate bombshell. I heard it from a friend because I was watching the Colts game. I was like, oh, if they knew something, then they just probably say it, right? And then 40 minutes later, they did end up saying it. But that was nuts. That was wild.
Can you imagine being in that stadium and booing him like an asshole?
No, that sucks. That was just heat of the moment. Trash people just being like, they were just drunk, being like, oh, our season's actually over now because we were Super Bowl contenders. Now we're trash.
What kind of
We're
injuries?
bottom of
did
the
he have?
barrel.
He like ruptured his spleen, and he
fucked up.
The one he has now is like something with a bone in his lower leg. I don't know
With bone?
with the bone in his lower leg.
Okay.
Yeah, something. He's got an extra bone in there.
Yeah, he's just growing bone.
That's why he's really good at football.
Just keeps growing bone in his leg.
Yes, exactly.
Superhuman. He's Pop Claw.
Wow. Deep cut. It's sad, and I hope that he comes back eventually because he's obviously one of the best of our generation. But yeah, that's brutal. And watching Rob Gronkowski talk about at one of his weed seminars when he's like slinging CBD oil, he like starts crying, talking about how he couldn't sleep because he was in so much pain. That's terrible. But also, thank God football's back.
I'm so happy.
And you won like what 3 Super Bowls, Gronk? You're fine.
He's a Hall of Famer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta be.
He has to be. Yeah,
Absolutely.
best tight end of all time.
Best tight end of all time. Not close. So he doesn't have the counting
100%.
stats, but sure. I don't know, man. Football season's coming up. I don't really count college football. If I want my brain damage to come at the highest possible level.
Yeah,
College football is
definitely
fine as
hardest
a
hit.
filler, as like it's an aperitif, if you will. As the French one, actually, both of you are French because you went to Montreal.
We.
Loons and
Oui,
Tunes. Brick, you a college football guy?
It was fun for a while, but I stick to pros for now. But I mean, back when Ole Miss was good for the 2 years that they were, my brother was there.
Ole Miss? Shit.
It was sick.
Would
Yeah, they beat Alabama that year. He stormed the field, got a picture with Evan Ingram as they beat Bama. They stole the goalpost, carried it out of the building.
I know that
He went there prime time.
it would be so much different if we had gone to like an SEC school or even a Big Ten school where football actually mattered.
Eastern's playing on ESPN3 now,
Who
supposedly.
fucking cares, dude?
Opening game.
Our school's going to close. Nobody
Honestly,
goes
I
there
thought
anymore.
it just went to ESPN 1, 2, and then the Ocho. I thought they skipped 3, 4. There's a 3? There's an
Three's the
ESPN 3?
all online one, isn't it?
I have no idea.
It's probably like ESPN Plus where nobody buys it except when you buy Disney Plus, they're just going to give you a free subscription because they're like, somebody, look at all the subscribers we have for ESPN Plus now.
ESPN3.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I feel like I should correct. Brick, last week we talked a lot about Disney Plus from D23. It doesn't come out till November. So I was saying it was coming out next month, but we're still a couple months out.
Did you already buy your subscription?
I have not, but in case you haven't seen this, you can get it for, $4 a month if you pay for 3 years up front, which is absurd and nobody's going to do that.
You and Erica might do it.
I guess. I mean, it
Erica
makes
already
sense.
signed up
But
for 2 passes.
think about how much more sense that makes for the company than it does for you. I mean, I guess. No, that makes so much more sense for the company because they're just locked into free revenue with
Disney's like, give me more money up front right now.
it. Yeah, Bob Iger's money bet is not large enough yet.
We need more money.
Yeah, but if you're going to get it from the beginning, when do you really see yourself canceling it? I hate canceling things. And it's just like, once you go there and get it, you're good for 3 years. That ain't bad.
I
It's
was super happy when I
locked
canceled
in.
Movie
It's
Pass.
Disney. They're going big.
It's all about cash flow, though. Like, what is that now? So if it's $4 a month that'd be 36 months. So it's like $150 up front versus only paying $7 a month.
Yeah.
So it's all about your cash flow situation.
nice?
Like, think about a poor college kid who's not just going to lay out $150 right now.
Who convinces their parents to buy it before they go to college? That's how you do it.
That's how you know Brick. That's the life, Brick lad. Just convince your parents.
Well, those are the poor
moocher.
kids in college.
What are your thoughts on the shows not being bingeable? They're going to be weekly.
I'm fine with it. Plus, that's
All of
another
them?
reason. we talked about this last week, Brick, how they're going to be released weekly. They're basically like a channel, right? And it makes sense because if they drop everything at once, you binge watch it, then you cancel your subscription, then who fucking cares?
Yeah.
So, I mean, DCU does the same thing.
Yeah. They need to.
I guess we need to talk about Titans, so let's just get straight into that, shall we?
News to us. Boop.
This is a really light news week, but there are a billion trailers, and I'd say about half of them are worth watching. But the first
trailers galore.
Yeah. The first one is for season 2 of Titans. Brick, I know you haven't seen this yet. I guess it's just not going to come to any other service in the U.S. except for DCU. I thought it was really good.
It's Netflix?
International right now on Netflix.
Yes, but since maybe if he goes back to Montreal and doesn't tell us, he can get it on
seriously,
Netflix.
I was getting it in the Netflix when I was in Montreal.
You fucking liar.
I swear to God, I looked. It on our
when I was in
Roku.
Italy, you get different things when you're in different countries.
That's so weird. Netflix always knows where you are.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I mean, most fucking apps on your phone know where you are.
That's true.
Unless you turn off the...
I try to ignore that, Mark.
It's so creepy when it asks you. It's like, do you only want us to know where you are while using the app or at all times? I'm just like, all times. Okay. Fuck no.
Google's extra creepy about it because they're like, we see that you're at this place. Would you like to leave a review? I'm like, fuck no, and stop following me. Although, did you see the news that broke today? Google was tracking basically this giant iPhone hack that was trying to be carried out. I don't know the details of it. Like, I'm not smart enough to be able to explain it, but basically somebody was trying to backdoor the code in all iPhones. Which is terrifying.
That would be pretty funny though. Imagine if not your phone because you're a fucking Android loser, but if all of our phones were just like matrixing, we're just like, what?
You know that it would be some 12-year-old that was like, ROFL, look at my dick, Fortnite dance. That's all it would be.
Suck my dick.
It's not somebody stealing your bank account information. It's somebody who just got lucky and broke into your phones. Anyways, Titan Season 2, Mark. What are you looking forward to?
Deathstroke, definitely. I'm curious to see if Dick Grayson is going to become Nightwing. It kind of looks like that. In the trailer, you see his big fucking stick get broken in half, and he's kind of now working with 2 batons, and you're like, ooh, maybe he'll utilize this and just have these as his weapons. So we'll see. I think everyone just wants to see him as Nightwing, and I think they might do that at the very fucking last episode, and I'll be pissed if they do, but
that's
whatever.
Exactly what they're going to do. And doesn't Dove even say, like, you have to do it, go become the Batman, which is basically, this is his version of Batman.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's 100% going to happen. It'll definitely be the last episode. I'm excited to see less Raven.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be more characters.
More characters. You have Superboy in this.
Yeah.
So I'm iffy on Superboy. He's just kind of meh.
Well, he's just Superman, but younger. So he's still a boner.
Just has a t-shirt.
Yeah.
It's like sick costume, dude.
He's got a t-shirt with a Superman logo on it. Like, okay. You're just every bro at the gym.
Seriously.
Cool.
Less is more. Shout out McCourt.
Okay.
It's a tri-poly shirt, though, dude. It's comfy all the time.
This is coming next week.
Oh, shit. Really?
Yeah.
When is the Harley Quinn show coming out? In a few weeks?
It is also in September, I believe. I think it's end of September.
That's weird because they really had hype built up for the Harley Quinn show. And then they're just like, oh, Titan Season 2 is coming out in a month. I'm like, what?
You know what I think it was? Is people saw the trailer for Harley Quinn and they were like, ooh. Yeah, maybe not. I mean, I'll still watch it, but if it sucks, I probably won't keep watching it. So.
Yeah. How do you feel about Bruce Wayne being old Jorah from Game of Thrones? And then Slade Wilson, I don't know who that guy is, but he's super old too.
He looks like, what's his face, who was supposed to play Deathstroke. In like Joe Manganiello. He looks like Joe Manganiello in like 25 years with the facial features and the beard and everything. So I don't know. It's fine.
Yeah.
He's not going to be in it much. You know that. They just had to have him in there to be like, hey, here's Batman. Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
Those characters just seemed a little too old. Like they went a little too far with the age with them.
Season 1 for this has built up enough goodwill for me that I'm going to watch the whole thing. Yeah. Even if the first like half of the season sucks, I'll still watch it.
Yeah.
So
and you got Thad Castle in this.
Thad Castle, yeah.
He's amazing.
Okay, Brick, since we just talked about something that you have no knowledge about or care about whatsoever, I'm going to let you talk about the trailer for El Camino, aka the Breaking Bad movie.
So does anyone know what El Camino stands for or what that nickname is for Pinkman?
It's a really trashy car that they built in the 60s and 70s, but it also had a truck bed on it.
Okay.
No,
Well,
I don't know.
That's Pete, right?
I think it's something probably similar to like being a drug mule, if I were to guess.
Okay. Yeah, that would make sense, I guess. I don't know. I'm pumped for more Breaking Bad content, but Better Call Saul was whatever. So I don't know. I'm indifferent on this one. I want it to be good, but I don't want to get my hopes up. Is Vince Gilligan like directing this, or is it somebody else making this?
I think he owns all the rights to it.
Yeah,
so
I don't
if
think he's
anything,
passing
he's
it on to anyone.
definitely producing it.
Okay.
But I'm kind of surprised that you're lukewarm on Better Call Saul. Doesn't it win Emmys every year?
It's a really great show. I think people
It's
are just
fine.
upset that Walter White's not in it. I'm like, give it a
Could be.
chance.
I mean, Saul Goodman
A
is
lot of it leads to nothing.
a great character.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I never watched
Jimmy
that. Can't speak to
McGill,
it.
Chicago con artist. I like him. I like it. I don't not like it. I'm pretty sure I watched it all. But that's what I'm getting at. It's kind of forgettable.
Okay.
But it's not forgettable because it does tie in pretty well. Like they name drop like Tuco, and then there's some characters that come back like before the Walter White shit happened.
The bald guy.
Yeah.
So I mean, I recommend that
Right.
show. I just think, since Walter White and Jesse Pinkman aren't in it, everyone is kind of just like, it's not for me.
Jesse Pinkman's going to be in it.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah. Well, it's a movie, so.
No, I'm still
No,
talking
he's
about
talking
Better
about
Call Saul.
Better Call Saul.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I'm saying people should watch that show and give it a chance.
So you're excited for this, though?
Yeah, I thought that teaser trailer was definitely a fan service, and I get it. I don't know. It was like a build up to like wanted us to be so excited, and most of us were. I just think they could have done it better.
Doesn't this come out this month?
I think so. Yeah.
That's what Netflix is just like, hey, guess what? Smack across the face. This is coming right fucking now.
Yeah.
They don't do
That's the best.
They don't do the thing that Star Wars, The Last Jedi, Last Jedi. What's the name of this fucking movie? That's how little I care about more Star Wars.
Rise of the
Rise of
Jedis.
Skywalker.
Rise
Thank
of
you.
the Skywalkers.
They dropped the first trailer for this 9 months ago. Mm-hmm. It's fucking ridiculous. You forget about it before it even comes. I couldn't even remember the name of it. So I think Netflix is better about their trailers.
I think all the Star Wars movies just seem to blend together at this point now. They're all kind of like one giant trailer, or then the movie kind of comes out. It's just kind of one big blur to me.
Are we talking about this trailer right now? Rise of
Sure.
Skywalker?
It's overexposed in my opinion, but go ahead.
I actually got chills from that trailer. I thought it was one of the best Star Wars trailers that we've had in recent 5 years.
It wasn't really even a trailer though. 90% of it was
a callback to all the old movies, but it still got you super pumped up.
You just wanted to see Ewan McGregor again.
Yeah.
And Darth Maul.
That too. No Jar Jar Binks though. I was surprised.
Were you?
I thought
really?
they were just going to like slide him in for like 2 seconds, like, Jar Jar, and then like
he's probably in the background somewhere. They just glazed over it. Brick, are you excited for this in the slightest?
Honestly, the trailer was pretty cool. The trailer was really cool. And what Star Wars does with like the lighting and the colors is always fantastic. It's eye-catching to say the least. I'm fine with it. I'm never excited for Star Wars. I'm never not excited for it. I honestly think the game is better.
But there's so much lore.
The game is better.
It's more fun to be the Jedi than watch the Jedis.
Okay, so the end shows Rey with the double-edged lightsaber. The red lightsaber obviously means that you're a Sith Lord.
Did she switch to the dark side?
This is completely a misdirect, obviously.
No.
It's the same thing they did with The Last Jedi, where they show Kylo Ren like reaching his hand out and Rey reaching back, but it was that weird dream sequence thing.
Yeah.
Where they were talking to each other, but not really.
I think this is most likely a dream.
I don't know.
There's
I know
a
that
lot of
you're not
theories.
going to give away your major plot point in a fucking trailer.
What if she did switch over the dark
Maybe
side?
that's the ultimate twist.
And
they're
they're
like,
like-
everybody thinks this is fake, but all of a sudden, booyah, keep you on your toes.
And this is the last of the saga.
Honestly, that'd be kind of brilliant.
They just ended it
That
with her
would.
fucking being on the dark side. Holy shit, that would be great.
Reverse Thrones it? Or kind of Reverse Thrones it? I don't know.
Reverse Thrones would be making it good.
Are you drinking a Natter Day, you motherfucker?
Kidding me? Hell yeah.
Smash it on your forehead and chug it.
Let's go. Kidding me?
Just go.
Okay. Brick, this is possibly in your wheelhouse. It's Sacha Baron Cohen and a period piece, but it's also ultra serious.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The Spy. So this is a show coming to No, I'm sorry. This is a movie coming to Netflix.
It's only a movie? I thought it was a show.
I could be wrong.
It looked like it was a long. It's a movie. No, it is a movie.
Brick, I don't know anything about this setting. Are you familiar at all? I mean, obviously it's the Middle East in the 70s.
Yeah, I do not know that actually, but Sacha Baron Cohen is looking really good in this trailer. Like as a serious actor, I'm buying in. People when he's doing his like tricks or his like little ploys, people think he's serious. Like he's a good actor in general, just to like fool people but then he uses those same accents and he uses them well. I just need him to hear. I need to hear him say "my wife."
He still looks a little bit like Borat. Like I'm half expecting in part of this movie for him to come out in that bikini.
Yes, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a couple of jokes in here too, even if it is serious. There's probably a couple jabs here and there that might be funny.
I don't know, man. Seems a little pretentious to me. I'll probably check it out just because. But
course,
Mark, did you watch this?
I did watch it.
Seems really intense.
It's obviously different because it's serious now, and we've never seen him in a serious role. So I was never a big Borat fan, and when he did the extra 3 movies or so afterwards, where he was 3 different characters,
Bruno was bad.
Yeah,
he was great in Talladega Nights.
Yeah, he was that. But what's that? This Is America or something like that. What is it?
That show was amazing.
That show was amazing.
Yeah, absolutely loved it.
Borat was also hilarious.
Yes. I don't know. I guess we'll see. It's definitely a turn for him. We'll see how that goes. Brick, we talked last week about a trailer for The Island, which was basically Bachelor in Paradise if it was the way that you and I wanted it directed.
Exactly.
But you watch this trailer, and it looks way different and way worse than the promo we saw last week. This is like some kind of bastardized form of Lost or something.
The Lost meets The Matrix meets USA and TNT, right? Like,
did you see the fake CG shark and how bad it looked?
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be because it's a simulation, right?
I honestly have no fucking idea.
We gotta get off this island. If you die in the island, then you die in real life. Just a classic ploy.
So it is
what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. This is like some bastardized form of Westworld meets Lost meets, I don't know,
Survivor meets what's that? The Truman Show, I guess. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, this looks bad.
I wonder if they do a sequel.
Great. You were doing something on social media.
It's going good with you and Brick.
We were talking about The Island coming to Netflix.
You know, this could be interesting if they evolve the series to Antarctic conditions. Can they kind of make it like a Survivor show in different kind of areas of the world?
You're really grasping at straws here.
No, I would be interested in seeing some sort of like.
They were like all in a barn, and they just like had to milk all the livestock for milk and cheese and cheese curds.
What if it was the Wild Wild West, and Will Smith was there, and there was a giant robot spider,
and everyone thought they were going to die, and then Jackie Chan just fucking rode up on a horse.
Jackie Chan was not in the Wild Wild West.
He was in that movie with Owen Wilson, and that was a Wild Wild West.
Shanghai Noon.
Great movie.
Yeah. Okay.
Shanghai. Wasn't it Shanghai Nights?
Worlds collide. Jackie Chan.
Wasn't it Shanghai Nights? It has to be Shanghai Nights.
That was Shanghai Noon. Shanghai Nights is when they went back to medieval times.
Yeah, you idiot.
Oh.
There were 2 of them,
great
obviously. All right.
Great movie, by the way. I might go watch that tonight.
It's actually not bad.
Better be on Netflix.
When he pees on his shirt to make it stronger and he like ties the bars.
Yes.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, let's get back to fart sniffy type things because the trailer.
Before that, remember that Martin Lawrence TV movie, Black Knight or whatever?
I don't think that was a TV movie. I think that was a theatrical release.
Really? I always caught it on TV and it was
what was it called?
Awesome. Black Knight.
Seriously?
I think so.
Please look that up because that's like I feel like you couldn't. That's too obvious, right?
I know what you're talking about. I think he came out in theaters.
I'm pretty sure it did. But yes, please look that up. This is
Black
great
Knight.
radio. What is it?
He was wearing the Black Knight.
Oh my god.
He was wearing the 23, the green 23 jersey, and he was like, I'm going to fight back. And
Yeah.
that was a great movie.
Yeah. All right.
Jesus. Thank you for that callback. I really appreciate that.
Oh no, what's better, Black Knight or Blue Streak?
Boy, Blue Streak was bad.
Blue Streak was fantastic. Are you
No, it
kidding me?
wasn't, man.
Dave Chappelle's in Blue Streak.
That doesn't make it a good movie.
He
Yeah.
goes back for the diamond afterwards. Oh, it's a diamond heist movie where he
what'd
turns
you
into
think
a
of
cop.
what'd you think of his new stand-up?
I did not watch it.
Wow.
Wow.
Dude,
You are
oh,
not
Dave
a Dave
Chappelle?
Chappelle fan.
Dave Chappelle stand up?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was good. I thought you were talking about Martin Lawrence's stand up. I was like, I
No.
don't think I've ever heard of stand up.
Why the fuck would we be talking about Martin Lawrence's stand-up right now?
Big Mama style. Come on, Martin Lawrence.
I'm still waiting on your review of that Damon Wayans or Marlon Wayans or Damon Wayans
Sex
Jr.
Doublet?
Yeah.
Whatever, where he's like everybody in the movie.
Sex Doublets. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it wasn't bad. I saw it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I watched it, I think. Yeah.
Oh man. Let's just
It
move
was
on.
it was bad. It was
Brick,
bad.
can you make a post for us of a Dave Chappelle draft? The greatest 10 people that could be in one of his sketch comedy skits. Wait, skits.
Yeah, I can do that.
Whatever.
Sketches.
I can
Well,
easily
we've
do
got
that.
Bill Burr, Joe
He's already in
Rogan.
there. We're doing top 10 people that have been in his
I'm
sketches
just thinking
or
of
that
some
No,
of the-
you
would
just
be
throw him
in
into a Dave Chappelle's sketch
improv. It's a Dave Chappelle improv show.
draft for
He
a
has 10
sketch,
stars.
a dream sketch.
Well, I think, yeah. Are you putting me on the spot right now? Or
No,
you're gonna
no,
make a
I'll let
post
you
on
think about
Instagram?
it.
No, on the spot right now. Obviously,
John Mayer needs to go.
okay.
Him and John Mayer have a great
Just because they have
connection.
chemistry.
They're great.
Yeah, understood. I think you got to have like Kevin Hart because he's pretty big in comedy right now.
Who's the
If you're
guy
picking
that
10 people, I guess Kevin Hart makes it.
who's the guy that banged
Neil
all the
Brennan
girls
has to be
in a real world? Did he die in real life?
I have no fucking idea what you're talking
You know who I'm talking about.
Say that again?
He would just bang all the girls in the real world house.
Oh, you mean Charlie Murphy?
Is he alive still?
No,
No, he's
he's not talking about Charlie Murphy.
No, not Charlie Murphy.
He's not talking
Charlie
about the
Murphy.
Chappelle sketch.
All right, we can't even talk about this.
Yeah,
You're
this-
not even a
this is
Chappelle
bad.
fan. This is brutal.
This is bad.
Hilarious.
Okay.
Brick has never watched Chappelle low-key.
Let's
He's just like, love Chappelle. Love Chappelle.
let's just talk about something that's more fart sniffy and like right up our alley.
Sure.
Because the trailer for The King, the TV show starring Timothy Chalamet, where he's King Henry, looks really pretentious.
So, yeah.
looks really good though too.
It might be better than Game of Thrones season 8.
It looks kind of interesting.
it
What was
will.
that Chris Pine movie where he was
Outdoor or the
Outlaws.
Outlander or
No.
Outlaw King?
Outlaw King.
Outlaw King.
Close.
That was actually really good, and this kind of reminds me of that. And it was a Netflix produced movie. It looks like a similar
true.
setting, so maybe I'm kind of on this. You also see Joel Edgerton in there, who is a pretty good actor.
I like Joel Edgerton, especially as a supporting role. He plays a great supporting role. Warrior always gets me fucking jacked up.
You know what fucks me up though is ever since we watched Bright, where he was dressed like an orc. That's the only thing I can see in his
You
face.
just picture
I just
him
hate
as
his
an
face
orc.
now.
I never
It's bad.
associated it with that. I
That
always
movie
forget
was
that
not
him.
good.
It was fine. We're getting a sequel. Don't worry, Mark.
It had a good soundtrack. I'll give it that.
I thought it was fine. All right. Also, you see
Wait, go ahead. Go ahead.
long-haired Batman.
Oh
Pattinson's in
yeah.
this.
Robert Pattinson with long ass hair.
We also have another character from a Batman movie.
Must have missed. Oh,
Mendelsohn?
Oh, Ben Mendelsohn. Yeah.
The lisp
and his
guy.
lisp. Yeah.
Do you feel in charge?
I can't fucking listen to him talk,
feel
man.
in charge.
Well, it was he was a Skrull and he was wearing full Skrull makeup in Captain Marvel.
Yeah, he's in
And
Marvel
It
Universe,
makes
too.
his lisp so much fucking worse.
It's bad. Just
Well,
unbearable.
This movie looks awesome, though. I'll be honest.
This is a
apparently
show.
King Henry, or the show, even
Yeah.
better, looks awesome. They start out this super young actor, What's his name? Timothy.
Chalamet.
Come on, call me by your name.
Chalamet.
Oscar nominated
call
Timothy
me.
Chalamet.
Is it by my name or your name?
Call Me by Your Name.
What if
The movie I hated
makes
so
no
much.
sense? The
No.
title makes no sense.
The movie didn't make any fucking sense either. I guess he bangs a peach.
What
You didn't finish it, did you?
was like? Was
He
his
literally
name
has
James?
sex with a.
What's his name? James.
It wasn't a giant peach.
Was it a giant?
It was not a giant peach.
Was there a little worm
Which
in there?
tells you
dude?
how tiny Timothy Chalamet's penis is. Sorry, Timothy. Also,
Take that back.
he spells his name funny, and I don't like him for that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, well, this king. Back to the history lesson of this.
No, we're not
shit,
doing
which I
lore.
don't
Not
care
right
about.
now, Brick. We're not talking about what happened in the medieval times.
No, he was like a badass who like won a bunch of wars in the 100 Years' War as like a super young guy, and then
Dumbest name for a war, by
kicked
the way.
France's ass, which I mean, not that hard to do. But then he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna marry one of your daughters, peace," and just like got out of there. And that first scene in the trailer is like he's sitting 10 feet away, not even probably 4 feet away from this guy who's about to get beheaded. Looks badass.
Brick, fun fact. Did you know that the 100 Years' War was actually only 98 years long?
Wow,
It's fucking stupid.
Fun fact.
I'm pretty sure you just made that up. I think it was actually 112 years.
Psh, no.
Look that up for me, Brick. Meanwhile,
Brick's free. He's typing away vigorously right now.
100 Years' War, so it could have been longer. It was actually 112 years. You're actually right.
You're a loser.
I'm sorry that I remember things.
You're a fucking
Fuck you.
loser.
Anyways,
What year did it start? What year did it start?
I don't have the slightest clue.
I'll give you one clue. It's lead.
1337.
Yeah. Let's
All
go.
right. I know everything about the 100 Years' War.
Before
Will you
the-
turn the ringer
Yeah.
off on your phone, you unprofessional fuck?
Before the 1700s, I am clueless as to when shit happened. Like you
Yes.
could be like, when the Ice Age happened, I'd be like 1750.
Tell me one thing that happened in the 1700s.
There was definitely a king. They probably had those things where you put your head in there with the arms, the little fucking
The stockades.
Yeah.
Wow. You can't even name the stockades.
It's called a stockade.
Yes.
Get me out of
Maybe our-
here. You lock them up. You can still do that at medieval times.
You throw tomatoes at people. I was
Yeah.
at a run fair earlier this year.
I think
And there
jousting
was a
was
guy-
around 1750.
You're
Jousting.
Dude, you're the worst historian that has ever existed.
Tell me something that
76.
happened in
Never heard of it?
1750.
The Industrial Revolution started.
Shit.
No, that was the 1800s.
Damn, you idiot.
1776. Our country
there you
was
go. He just
founded?
owned us both.
What?
America was born.
Yeah. But they were still using those things, were they
The
not?
Boston Tea Party.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let's just fucking move on before this gets any worse somehow.
They're still using those stockade things, right?
This has been a
Tomato, tomato.
history lesson. Brick, you want to do the this has been a history lesson?
I fucking hate you guys.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. This has been a All right, no, it's not.
You can't do it when you're not in the same room. Shut
I was
up.
doing
We
a
have
low
to be in
one.
the same room.
All right, Mark,
agree.
talk about Terminator Dark Fate and why this looks corny as fuck.
Don't talk shit about Dark Fate. Don't talk shit about Arnold. Arnold's best
I didn't
friend,
talk shit about Arnold.
And Arnold's best friend
Frank
died
Columbo,
today.
yeah.
Franco Columbo, R.I.P. Very sad news for the bodybuilding community. But yeah, this movie looks corny as shit. I'm not gonna lie. I saw that in your notes. You're like, this looks corny as fuck, and it does. I don't know.
Man, you
hate James
corny.
Cameron.
Yeah,
You weren't gonna like this anyways.
that's not true. I've liked James Cameron movies before.
Brick, what do you think about this?
Boo! It looks stupid. I've been turned off by Terminators.
No,
for the whole time.
Stop. That was the most perfect Freudian slip of all time because this is exactly like the fucking Transformers franchise where there are too many of these goddamn movies. You don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. You need to stop making them.
Do you think James
Exactly.
Cameron is gonna bring in Mark Wahlberg
Yes.
for a showdown fight?
Yes. Yes.
He's super jacked right now too. He gets up at 3:00 in the morning and he goes to bed at 5.
Are you talking about that stupid schedule thing? I don't believe any of that for a second.
He does.
Mark Wahlberg is a piece of shit.
He gets the first tea time at 6 a.m. after his 3-hour workout. And then he comes home, eats lunch, kisses his kids goodbye, and goes up to bed.
Wow.
That's all he does.
That sounds like an awful life.
He's got a huge house.
That
The
should
only
dream,
way
isn't
I
it,
would
Mark?
see a Transformer movie from here on out is if they had a return of Mark Wahlberg, Shia LaBeouf, and John Cena, and they all three had to fight, and then Optimus Prime had to choose between the three of them.
Who would win?
Only way I would see it.
John Cena,
Who do you think he's going to say?
Shia LaBeouf.
Absolutely.
Shia LaBeouf, he's wiry, squirrely out there.
He actually had a movie that released this week that I kind of want
Peanut
to
Butter
see.
Falcon.
Yeah, it actually looks kind of good.
It has really good reviews right now.
Yeah, maybe we'll check that
Shia
out.
LaBeouf's going deep, y'all. He's
Yeah.
going deep.
All right, last trailer this week in DC's fucking up. Mark, why is the Joker locking himself in a refrigerator?
Oh my God. This trailer was sick as fuck. Dude.
Glad we're gonna get some impartial
All right.
opinions here.
No, I can go into this trailer. First of all, the first thing I instantly thought about, Brick, you probably won't understand this, is The Dark Knight Returns. I think the shit that's going to go down at the end is going to be very similar to so Brick, in The Dark Knight Returns, the comic book, the Joker basically he's coming out of they allow him to go on a talk show, and he comes out of jail, and then he literally says to the crowd while they're all laughing, he's getting questions asked, he's like, you guys are all gonna die, and everyone's like, you're funny, and then he just starts gassing everyone, and everyone fucking dies in there. So I think this is gonna play on a bunch of different things, even though they're like, this is not related to the comics. First of all, you can tell he's a failing comedian, and then I absolutely think it is going to be a slightly similar situation where he kills a bunch of those people on that talk show, and that might be the ending. And he does a lot of his mannerisms are very similar to what you get in The Dark Knight Returns. His chin is always up. You'll always see him when he's in character. His chin is always up when he's talking. The way he smokes a cigarette, Dark Knight Returns, that Joker's always puffing a cigarette. It's just the way he's into this character is a lot different than Ledger, obviously different than fucking Leto. I'm
Thank God.
super fucking horny to see this movie. Jeez.
What do you think about his
Smells
laugh? His forced Joker laugh?
I think it's amazing. I think that
Creepy as
scene where
shit.
he's laughing walking through that hallway and he instantly stops, I'm just like, holy fuck, that's creepy as shit.
Brick, as a non-comic book reader, what's your take on this trailer?
Honestly, this movie looks fantastic. The one thing I'm worried about is if it turns out to be a little slow. I don't want it to be too slow moving. I want to see him as the Joker, but I have a feeling that this is going to be 99% him as himself, and then he turns into the Joker at the end. And I'm so more or less looking for the second movie.
Do we have a runtime on this?
We don't. I was just going to say we don't have a runtime on this that I'm aware of yet. I did want to say, do you know who's directing this? I can look it up. It's slipping my mind. But
forgot.
This is a quote of his. It was a year-long process from when we finished the script just to get the people on board to realize this vision.
Phillips.
Because I pitched, Phillips.
Yeah.
Because I pitched it to an entirely different team than those who made it. There were emails about, you realize we got to sell the Joker pajamas at Target. Like, they don't want to make this R-rated.
Yeah.
It's like there's a zillion hurdles, and you just sort of had to navigate those one at a time. At the time, I would curse them in my head every day, but then I had to put it in perspective and go, they're pretty bold that they ended up doing this. And I think that's a really good Joker story. Should be very dark. Like, think about
Very
all
dark.
the DC animated movies.
Yeah.
They're R-rated. They don't have to be rated by the MPAA because they're not released that way, but they're R-rated because there's really fucked up stuff that happens.
Mm-hmm.
DC comics are so much darker than Marvel comics are for the most part. So this is absolutely the right way to take this. And I know, Mark, you're super horny for this.
I think
movie,
people would fucking riot if it wasn't rated R.
that's not true. Suicide Squad should have been rated R.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you need to lean into it. Marvel has already taken up the PG space.
Your girl's in this too, Zazie Beetz. No, not Zazie Beetz.
Yeah, no, it's
it is.
Yeah. De Niro is
yeah.
the talk show host that's basically
I didn't
roasting him.
realize he was in there. That's a nice little ad.
I'm wondering how big his part's going to be. They're saying that the guy that slaps him is Thomas Wayne.
Really?
I read that a few places. I don't know if that's actually true or not. We'll see. But
I am interested to see how the comic book, like, small correlations that Mark's going to find the fifth time that he watches it in 4 days.
it'll definitely be me that sees them. But
Yeah, I don't want to get my hopes up, but they're already up, so there they go.
that's
there's
the thing.
Sky
Is
High.
I've been fooled by
Are you
DC
more
before.
hyped for this or Aquaman? back when Aquaman was coming out.
This absolutely.
Really?
I'm a Batman guy. I've fucking
I know.
been reading Batman since I was fucking 9. It's yeah.
So you're really excited for Batwoman then?
No, absolutely not.
It looks fucking terrible.
It looks so bad. They actually
But you were a Batman fan. I love
supposedly
all Batman.
Got him.
they had a callback to Batman versus Superman. I guess in the that theater that they were in, they have a quick shot of him coming out of the theater, and you see the poster that's up there is the same poster that they showed outside of one of the theaters in Batman versus Superman.
Interesting.
I don't know if that doesn't mean it's going to be a tie-in by any means.
No,
but
it
I just
won't
thought
be.
everyone was bringing that to
Not everything
attention.
is Italian. Not everything means something.
Yeah, but why would they use the same poster?
Because people look for shit like that.
Yeah, just be like, hey,
I didn't put this in the notes, but did you see that the cinematographer for Justice League was doing an interview earlier this week, and he said that he's actually seen the Snyder cut of Justice League, and it was so bad that he cried.
it was so bad he cried. He said
That was his quote was something along the lines of, "It was so bad that I cried the entire time."
oh my god.
So keep crying for the Snyder cut.
Do you think that really exists?
It obviously does.
I feel
Why
like
would
you're
this
just
guy
fucking
lie?
with people.
Why would this guy?
Because so many people believe it exists, so nobody would deny it.
I feel like if anybody would know, it would be the cinematographer of the movie.
Why doesn't Snyder just say there's a Snyder cut?
Because
That
he probably
motherfucker.
doesn't. He probably knows it was bad.
Yeah,
I mean, that was a really tragic portion of his life
yeah.
where his child committed suicide. Like that's terrible, and I can't imagine him coming out and saying anything about that whatsoever. So, wow, that took a dark turn real fast.
It's Batman though.
Well, there you go. That's where he gets the dark ideas for Batman. Yeah. All right. That's really all the news, other than we saw a picture of Emma Stone as Cruella DeVille. I don't know. She's got Dalmatians that she hasn't killed. She's got the skinny guy and the fat guy behind her.
I like the throwback Cruella, the first live action one. I think she looked better,
I mean,
just from initial photos or whatever we've had so far.
it's just weird because we've been hearing about this for so long, and I love Emma Stone. She's a great actress. So I don't know. It'll be on Disney Plus, and I'm sure we'll watch it. We're gonna have so much more shit to watch when Disney Plus comes out. They're just gonna shove it down our throats.
Can you just buy the subscription service so I can log in?
No,
You did already, didn't you?
I have not.
I'm gonna get that from you. I'll pitch you $1 per month.
Please,
Come on,
$1 a month? You can at least pay half.
Brick will give you $5 up front and then pay you the rest in 3 years.
Sure. Did you see though that they're gonna do, I think up to like 11 profiles, 4K, UHD, HDR. Like it's
They're like, we know you guys just share the shit out of Netflix and we don't care. We're so rich. Here you go. 11 fucking profiles.
Like,
That's the
11
thing
seems fair.
Have at it.
Like,
Yeah.
11 is fine.
11 is fair. That's a fair number for sharing profiles.
what they're going to
agree.
do is run Netflix out of business and then jack the prices up because that's the Disney business model. Or they'll drive their stock price down so low that they can just afford to buy Netflix.
I tweeted about this earlier this week. Do you guys remember when Netflix, you used to just rent the DVDs and they'd send it to you in the mail?
That was the entire
Yeah.
reason I got a Netflix subscription in the first place, is because my dad bought me a Blu-ray player for my birthday.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not going to pay $30 for a fucking Blu-ray. I'm going to get Netflix.
Yeah.
And I'll watch a movie once and I'll send it back to him. It was brilliant. It's a brilliant business model.
That was prime time our college years. I
Yeah.
completely forgot that even existed. I just
And
thought
then
we were
you
always
would just
streaming.
leave the disc like under your books
Yeah, just
for
collect
3
dust.
weeks and you'd be like, what the fuck? Where's this thing? Where's my next movie?
And supposedly they still fucking rent people DVDs.
No.
I swear.
No, they do.
No way.
It's
They do.
like you have to go in the backlogs, like the archives. You have to like go through the dark web and shit. You fucking talk to a guy named Garrett. Garrett's like, hey, you looking for the DVDs, Netflix? You're like, yeah. Code word's fucking monkey puss. And then you fucking log in. Boom.
Find me somebody that's still renting these fucking DVDs. I need to talk to them.
He has one of those boards that Charlie had from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, trying to explain the conspiracy theories.
Pepe
He's like,
Silva?
"Oh, yeah, just follow me. Follow me. Here we go.
Dude.
You want the
Netflix is
DVDs?
fucking
Here,
insane.
come back here.
Great.
What's next, best man? Best.
You threw me off with
Monkey puss.
Worst.
The worst. She's the worst person in the world. Huge skank, terrible. But thank you.
It took me 158 episodes, but I finally realized that I always need to go first because you're both always seemingly caught off guard when I say who was your best man alive of
I'll
the
go
week.
first.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll go first right now.
No, you go first.
Okay.
I'll go first, actually. French people aren't that bad, Americans. So visit Montreal. I actually, they were nicer than I thought they'd be and more accepting of us, besides the fact that we were all fucking super loud and obnoxious.
Yeah, I can see that. But also,
we're the worst though. We go to like other countries and everyone's so quiet and peaceful, and we're just walking down the street hungover as balls, screaming at the top of our lungs. But that's American.
First of all,
party.
you guys and that group are the worst example of Americans.
Is Danny Zajos in this? He's the loudest guy of all time.
And also,
He might be in here.
Those
No,
aren't
Mulat
real
is
French people.
easily
Those are
Mulat,
French
sorry.
Canadian people.
Yeah. Does
So-
that mean they're nicer? Or
Yeah,
more
they're
of
toned
assholes?
down. Canadian people in general are the nicest people in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So you mix them with French people and it tones down the Frenchness.
I guess that's a good point.
You're going to Europe soon though, right?
Yeah, Kelly and I are going to do a last minute trip. I think we're going to fly into Switzerland and make our way up to Amsterdam.
Wow, I wonder what you're going to do there.
Take trains and planes and automobiles.
Yeah, so I don't think that's representative of actual French people from France.
Yeah. Well, I guess Joaquin Phoenix, he's probably French, right? What kind of name is
I don't
that?
fucking know.
Best man alive right there.
His brother's
He's
name
gonna
was
kill it.
River. I'm pretty sure that they're just weird hippies.
Okay.
Yeah, they were raised in a cult. Have you never read that story?
The more I think about him taking this role, do you think they're even paying him? Or do you think he's just like, let's fucking do it, man?
It's actually a documentary of them following him around.
Yeah, he just got so fucking weird. They're like, all right, we'll just put him on set and just have him act normal.
I'm trying to think of the name of the cult. I'll try and look this up. Brick, if you would, go ahead and give me your best man alive, and I'll try and pull this up. But he was definitely raised in a cult with his brother.
He's a weird dude. Very weird dude.
Okay, so I have one best man alive, and I have two headlines that I'm going to do afterwards.
Sorry, let me stop you right there. If you type in what cult was the autofill is what cult was the Phoenix family in?
Really?
Yes. So I'm sorry to cut you off, Brick. I know I asked you to fill time there because I thought it would take me longer to dig this up.
Was he like in Charles Manson?
They were children of God. So, yeah, that's why they have hippie names.
Damn.
That's fucked up. Yeah, the cult's all about like having sex with each other because that's what cults are. Yeah, so
Whoa, big
super
Lots of
fucked
cults.
up. That's why he can play a crazy person very well. I'm very sorry, Brick. I'm going to shut up now. Please give us your best man alive.
No worries. So this isn't even the best man alive. This is really just I am coming up with this in the spot, so don't even worry about it, honestly. But Justice Hill, running back,
Okay.
Baltimore Ravens.
Should I take him on my fantasy squad?
Yes, you should. This is him. He's a rookie. I think he's going to be the Buck Allen on the Ravens that always just gets receptions, always just somehow gets the ball. And then Mark Ingram's the main back there, but successful career as Mark Ingram started Alvin Kamara. Perfect. Boom. And this guy's squatted like 565 pounds. He's 195 pounds. This was in college. He's just like a bamf. So scoop him up. But I do have these two headlines that I want to talk about. One of them is New Jersey woman fell asleep in her parked car, woke up to find it missing.
Dude, where's
So
my
she
car?
just-
Two.
She just went to sleep. It was just she fell asleep at her wheel and then woke up at 4 a.m. and just her car was gone.
So she didn't
But-
fall asleep at the wheel, or they removed her.
Is that the end of the story?
So she was like in her parking lot. She was in her parking lot, and then she just like fell asleep at the wheel. And I thought that was ridiculous. The other one is
Aliens,
nurse used patient's vagina as ventriloquist dummy to quote amuse colleagues, and that didn't go over that well. With
I got to
the
be
media,
honest, that sounds
apparently.
fucking hilarious.
My name's Marsha.
No, it's got to be like Virginia or something close to that.
Meet Virginia.
that put me in a coma.
Oh Lord, is there a breeze in here?
Brick, I'm surprised you didn't say this because you went with football at first. So
Big football guy.
in Madden, there's a screenshot that Slam Gaming shared on Twitter that is Christian McCaffrey. It's got his number and his stats and everything, like height and weight, but it shows him as a black guy, which is obviously wrong. Christian McCaffrey is very white, and the caption on the tweet was, "What's wrong with this picture?" And then Christian McCaffrey retweets it and says, "Yeah, I don't wear the hand warmer on my belt. What the fuck is this?"
Amazing.
So, shout out to him. I thought that's where you're going to go with your football, but that's okay. Also, sticking with sports, did you see what Christian Yelich did this week? Because I know we're not supposed to like him. We're all Cubs fans.
Heard about this. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
He was in ESPN's Body Issue this year, which is obviously they show athletes like in poses where you can't see their genitalia, but it's like showing off their muscles and like the different frames that different athletes have. So someone named Roxanne on Twitter was tweeting to him and like, think of the children, like you're disappointing your fans and blah, blah, blah. He tweets back only, "Relax, Roxanne." And his walk-up music the next night was Roxanne by Sting and the Police.
Roxanne! Nice.
I am so here for this pettiness. I love it.
It's great.
Petty. I can't explain why I like petty reactions so much. The passive-aggressive pettiness, it warms my soul.
You thrive on that.
That's pretty funny.
Dude. You
I really
thrive
do.
on that.
And I've got one more story, actually. And if you guys could help me think of what movie this was, it would be great. But Bill Hader was doing an interview with a magazine outlet, and he was talking about how he turned down some role where he was going to be the one of the leads with a big name Hollywood actor.
Okay.
To do Superbad. So this agent calls him and says, "So let me get this straight." He emails him. He emails him and he says, "Let me get this straight. You're turning down more money, bigger fame opportunity here to play cop number 2 in a movie starring the George Michael from Arrested Development." Bill Hader doesn't respond because he's like, this guy's a dick. I don't want to talk to him.
Yeah.
Superbad comes out, destroys this other movie that is unnamed at the box office.
Okay.
He waits until the box office results come in and emails the guy back simply saying, yes. That's it. So fucking petty. I love it. I can't for the life of me think of what movie that would have been.
I don't know. We'll look it up. We'll see what
Yes,
played that week.
I feel like somebody probably already figured that out, but I don't know what it is.
Superbad definitely holds up. We actually watched that when we were in Montreal. We were all just sitting on the couch waiting to go out, and we're like, we'll just put on Superbad. We're fucking dying. That movie still holds up, and it's been, what, over 10 years?
Has it been 10?
Yeah.
Oh my
It came out in like
God,
08,
man.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel so old.
It's a hilarious movie. Yeah, they all have like flip phones and sliders and shit.
That's
It's
crazy.
great.
And he's dressed like a gay cowboy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's fucking blood on your pants. You got fucking blood on your pants.
It is a great movie.
What?
It does hold up, and that's why I think I was so disappointed with Good Boys. It wasn't as funny as
Wasn't
if I were to
Superbad.
go to rewatch Superbad for the dozenth time. So I
wasn't.
don't know.
I gotta use the bathroom.
All right. Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and kick off our movie review for the week, and that is Ready or Not. And I got to say, this week was a little slow. I didn't know about Peanut Butter Falcon yet. It looks good, but maybe I'll wait for some more reviews to come in. Brick, you can back me up on that. But
Yep.
basically, enough good word of mouth was going around about Ready or Not, and it got good reviews actually from critics. So it's 87% on Rotten Tomatoes, 81% from fans, and I'm really surprised by that because, frankly, the trailer looked terrible. Brick, do you agree?
Yeah, I wasn't a fan to start out. It just looked so like too obvious, right?
Yeah, well, it just looked really campy, which is fine, but the premise didn't really seem to strike me as any good. I didn't think it could possibly surpass my expectations, but honestly, it kind of did. And I don't want to spoil my review of it, but so this was directed by a guy named Matt Bettinelli Olpin, who's not well known enough to be named that.
No.
like at all. So he did that with his friend. Yeah.
Sorry.
Italy.
Italian.
He did that with a guy named Tyler Gillett. I don't know. This movie had a $6 million budget, which is all that it needed. Didn't need any more than that. I think they did the perfect amount with $6 million. There are no big name actors. There's a lot of, that guys. But yeah, totally fine. And it's doing surprisingly well. It's already doubled that, which is great. And cheap films like this that make money almost always end up getting some kind of sequel. Whether it's good or bad doesn't really matter. I guess we'll see.
I would be interested to see where they go from here, though.
Obviously,
anthology?
No spoilers though.
I don't know, man. I don't know if you can do that without ruining it.
No, you can't. Or we're going to
Anthology?
spoilers.
We'll do it afterwards. Are we gonna do spoiler review or no?
Yes,
spoil it.
we are. We are eventually going to do spoilers, but we're not. Let's not get into that just yet, because
Okay.
I think I really want people who are into dark comedies to listen to this review and go see it, because I think it's worth going to the theater to see. So spoilers for that. But if you've been hiding under a rock and you haven't seen the trailer for this, Grace is played by a Margot Robbie bootleg. I don't know.
No, absolutely.
Is she, so she's the equivalent to that Tom Hardy and the other guy.
Exactly. Whose name I can never remember. But
Great. Yep.
the guy from Upgrade. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and this actually reminds me a lot of like a Lee Wanell movie who did Upgrade, but yeah, sure. So Grace is marrying into this super wealthy white upper class family, these waspy people. So you know these motherfuckers are crazy.
Yeah, that's my favorite family to marry into would be they made billions of games and we do game nights all the time.
Oh my God,
and
you would
we were
be
super rich.
insufferable.
Oh, hell yeah.
You'd be like, count me in. Game night?
Yeah, I'm the guy who always cheats and always wins and always gets away with it and everyone hates me. I'm best
Yep.
villain of all
You'd
time in
always
game.
request to play Risk and lose.
Wow.
You guys got scared.
He's
Never
so
played.
shook right now. He doesn't even know what to say. All right. So
Next
anyways,
time we come back.
I'm
play
sure
Risk.
everybody's seen the preview for this by now, but basically they have to play a game of hide and seek, and they're hunting her for some ritualistic sport at this point. As the night goes on, more is kind of revealed as to why they're doing this. A bunch of crazy shit goes down in the background, and I guess that's all I can really say without spoiling it. So let's just talk about, Mark, your level of erectness when she punched a little kid in the face.
That was great. It's probably one of my most favorite moments, I would say, in the movie.
I always ask you about
that was
the
great.
gore.
It
Can
was,
you please
it was in a
record
barn
that?
with livestock. There was goats just like
God.
cheering, like, she just stuck that little kid in the face, right in the face.
You're a monster.
He's a monster. He's a little shit monster.
Yes, he is. Yes, but he's a product of his parents.
True.
So what did you think about the gore in this movie, though?
At times, it was a little over the top. It was pretty
good way.
bad.
I've literally never heard you say that.
It was pretty bad.
This was
a
worse
good way.
than Midsummer for you?
Yes.
What? That's no fucking way.
No,
Whoa.
Midsummer was more realistic. Like, you were like, this could possibly happen to my dumbass friends if we travel to Sweden.
Surprised that didn't happen to you in Montreal.
Yeah.
I'm surprised your lungs are still inside of your body.
No, it was like I don't know. It just made you cringe with. I don't know. It just made you fucking.
I
cringe.
felt that it was
The
like
gore. It was
slow deaths, as
Yeah.
opposed to just like bullet to the brain, John Wick style, and
Mm-hmm.
you're dead. Like you actually see the suffering, which is
and
painful.
her shriek, I'll call it, was
I'm
really
so
good.
glad that somebody else noticed it. It was,
Was
like
really
up
good.
and down.
Yeah.
She's got to be in more horror movies. Her name is, by the way, Samara Weaving, and she was really good in this.
It was like if you could hit the highest decibel of the fucking fish guy from SpongeBob that goes, oh, that was her laugh.
Dude.
It was like,
Oh my God.
like,
The lengths to which you will
Nailed
go
it.
to bring up
Nailed
the laughing fish guy from SpongeBob just kill
love
me.
that guy.
Brick, what did you
6
think
degrees
about the
of
acting in this
fish guy.
movie?
I believed it. I liked the way they were kind of like the family did kind of disbelieve, in the myth and all that stuff. They played the myth well, where they balanced it either way. I thought it was solid overall though.
Yeah, we can't really talk about it without really spoiling
We
it.
can talk about the acting. Samara Weaving was good.
Yeah.
Adam Brody, I thought was really good in this. And
Yeah.
it's somebody who you don't see a ton of.
fantastic.
He was in Shazam.
No. He was
yeah?
in.
Brody was in Shazam.
Yeah.
Oh my, the OC though.
Yeah, well, obviously that's where you got to start.
ish.
There were a lot of that guy people in it, you know, like Nat Faxon shows up in it. I'm trying to think of the aunt's name, not the crazy creepy looking one who's in all the trailers, like frowning, scowling at somebody.
Yeah.
Andy McDowell.
The mother-in-law, I guess.
Andy McDowell. Or no, the scowling woman, the old lady.
No, not the scowling woman. It's Annie McDowell. She's
Annie
been
McDowell.
in a ton of things, and she's like an old school model actress, whatever. So
Groundhog. She was the girl in Groundhog's Day.
yes, so they kept this to $6 million by getting a bunch of I recognize that person, and getting them to do a very good job in acting.
Yeah.
So,
And respect to them being able to keep you interested, regardless of the fact that it was just shot inside one mansion, you know, and sometimes it's hard to do that sort of thing when you seclude it just to a small space like that.
Yeah.
When you
They
shoot
kept
the
it
whole
short.
movie.
That was smart.
it's the movie equivalent of a bottle episode, like you're stuck in an elevator or whatever. But I think a big reason for that is that this movie was the absolute perfect length. It was not too long. It was an hour and 35 minutes. You're in and you're out. I didn't check my phone once. I didn't look at my watch. They get you in. They get you out. They get you to see everything that you need to see.
Yeah.
Even the setup before, because if you've seen the trailer for this, you know what the premise is. You don't need a bunch of setup and bullshit. Maybe 10 minutes, they get married, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, bam, I'm in this.
Yeah,
That's what I want
You gotta
more
build up.
movies
You gotta
to be.
show how like magnificent this family really was with the wedding. Obviously,
Yeah, so you see how rich they are, but then you're like, okay, let's kill this girl.
yeah.
And one thing they did really well was the whole shifting in emotion for the audience, having it be that comedic horror movie and actually being able to fucking hit it right on the nose with this thing that just happened was extremely fucked up, but I'm going to fucking hit on this
Levity.
joke and it's actually funny, you know, and you just, and the
levity.
audience just goes from being in awe and like, ugh, to just laughing their asses off.
Tons of one-liners.
Laughing off.
Yeah.
No doubt. So I think at this point we should probably rate this and then talk about spoilers because there's not really much else we can say. I'm going to kick this off because I got to go do something on the computer first.
What?
This is absolutely go see this. I think this is so worth it, especially considering the kind of lull that we're in right now. Until next weekend when we get It Chapter 2, I guess. But if you're not into that, this is... I think my wife saw the trailer and she was like, this looks like a scary movie. It's not. It's a dark comedy. There are no jump scares, really. It's just...
There's a lot of tension, though.
There's gore and there's tension, but it's not like scary. You know, it's not... There are not monsters creeping around the corners and shit. So, I don't know. Mark, what'd you think?
I'm going to say see it too. Especially nowadays with people, I know a lot of people don't want to go to the movie theater. And if you just want to go in for an hour and a half and have a good time at a movie, this is the one to go see. So see it.
I am gonna go and say stream it. Stream it because
Suck.
it was fine. It was good. I mean, I liked it. I don't know if it's worth going to see going to the theater for. So
Get it on
See
the
it.
matinee.
oh, spoiler warning. From here on out, that was the computer thing that Ryan claimed he had to do. I'm gonna go do something. Not at the computer.
I'm trying to not spoil this for our loyal fans, okay? Because I want them to actually go see this in the movie theater because that's what it deserves, as opposed to your terrible opinion. So spoilers from here on out. Check the show notes, but make sure you stick around afterwards for our weekly recommendations. Okay, so in the trailer, they do a very good job of not ruining the whole deal with the devil aspect. So that's kind of what's revealed slowly throughout. And they do it pretty well in the opening scene as well. The very opening scene is Grace's husband as a kid and Adam Brody. And they're...
As a kid, his character.
Yeah, like you're seeing basically the creepy old aunt, the one with the scowl, her husband, who she just married, is getting fucking murdered. And that's kind of like a good way to get you into it immediately. It's not a slow start at all. You're just like, wow, let's go. Let's get in this. Let's get in, get out. So
the scowl on that woman. I have a big spoiler for you, honestly, both of you guys. I actually didn't see the movie at all, so I'm gonna go take a piss.
Really?
wow, you're the worst.
What a piece
Jaw
of shit.
dropped. Jaw dropped. Let's go.
Are you serious?
I like how
Piece of
he's
shit.
proud of that.
What a-
Anyways,
I knew he
let's
didn't
just
see it.
talk about this movie.
He worked
And we'll
3
just
hours this week.
Totally
Didn't
ruin
see
it
the
for
movie.
him. Jokes on him because this movie was fucking awesome.
Yeah. This guy sucks.
Okay. So throughout the movie, she slowly starts to realize, and her husband realizes that he has to tell her what's going on here, because it's very rare, apparently, that they pull the actual hide and seek card. So the grandpa of this rich family made a deal with the devil, who he presumably didn't realize was the devil at the
It's
time.
some dude.
Yeah, just some
Has a
dude
name.
whose
Yeah.
name I can't even remember right now. But basically, this is their ritualistic sacrifice, right? So they got the goat farm, and that's probably why, because they're like sacrificing goats to him and shit. But it's so rare for them to actually pull the hide and seek card that the husband just kind of thinks like, there's no way this is going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have to murder my wife. Joke's on you, motherfucker, because here we are.
Of course.
So some of the deaths throughout, they kill off all of the help around the house, which I thought was actually, by the third time they did it, was hilarious.
In a pretty fucked up way. And actually, I think one of the funniest deaths was the first one. So you have one of the sisters there for the wedding, and she is a cokehead, a pill popper, whatever. She's just fucked up.
She was
and
all
off
of
the
those
walls.
things, yeah.
And she has a gun, and I don't know, was it like was it another sister or was somebody else in the family? And she found Grace that was trying to hide from everyone, and she's calling everyone, and fucking that one sister just comes in and just blasts her in the back of the head and was just like, what the fuck did I just do?
She just misses completely and shoots the wrong person. Yeah. So it's hilarious. Like that's where the tension really ramps up in this. And that's kind of like, I think that's probably the beginning. It's the middle of act 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's where shit starts to ramp up.
You know, everyone's going to be Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
In
Absolutely.
Home Alone.
Yeah. So what was your favorite death from this?
Probably that one. It wasn't a death, but the butler, when he just gets the fucking hot water thrown on his face, and it was just so funny, him fucking walking around all pissed off with a huge burn on the
Hot
side
water
of his
burns
face.
are
It was
too
classic.
funny. Coffee spills are hilarious. That's amazing.
You don't get
Hot
to
water
talk about
burns,
this.
He was
scolding.
making tea. They don't drink coffee in mansions. They just don't do that.
Yeah.
It's only tea.
Not like you poor people, Brick. That was a good death. It wasn't my favorite death. My favorite death was definitely the girl getting chopped in half by the dumbwaiter, just because it was such a slow build, and they did so much with the actual practical effects, where it's just like blood coming out of her mouth, and they show her later, and she's just like cut in half. So dumb. But also honorable mention to the creepy aunt with the scowl who chops the girl's head off. This is what I'm talking about when I say comedic relief. One of the maids, I guess you would call her, takes a crossbow straight through the mouth. And while this creepy aunt is trying to give this speech about like tradition and how you have to uphold whatever's going on, you can hear this maid gargling in the background, and she finally just
Not
picks
dead
up the axe, walks over there, and cuts her head off. And it was one of those moments like when we saw the first It, when he eats the kid and he starts like waving the kid's arm, and he's like smiling and laughing, where I was the only person in the theater laughing, but it was still hilarious.
It's hilarious because they're all using these old makeshift fucking... They're not even makeshift. They're just really old weapons.
Yes.
That nobody would ever use. They're
Yeah.
like muskets and fucking huge axes from like that, whatever, the bearded goblin in the Lord of the Rings or the elf or whatever
Okay.
that he uses.
Sure.
That was what the old fucking ant had. That huge axe.
There's no way that old woman could pick up an axe.
No.
Like that, for real.
No.
All
So
right, Mark.
let's talk a little bit about the main actress, Grace. I thought she was awesome in this movie, solely because I've never seen her before, and I was just super impressed.
I think this is her first movie.
Yeah.
But everybody looked at her and was like, oh, that's Margot Robbie, and it's actually not.
She did a very good job at changing her reactions and emotions throughout the whole thing, of just being like, what the fuck is happening, to extremely scared, to extremely just pissed off, and then extremely hurt which she goes through a ton of fucked up shit trying to get away from these people.
By the
She was
end,
in The
she's a legitimate
Babysitter.
badass.
Yeah.
And I respect that type of movie where she's not just running scared the entire time. I think it's just better storytelling, frankly, to have her actually become stronger because of it, even though she gets her ass kicked through this entire movie. What do you want, asshole who didn't even see the movie?
Yeah, well, she's in The Babysitter, that other horror movie from Netflix. Remember when she's babysitting that kid and then they try and kill the kid?
You saw that movie, but not this one?
That was on Netflix. It was a streaming option. Same thing. But she's also in three billboards. So
Is she?
yeah, I'm looking at her shit right now. I'm useful for something. Kinda.
All
Not
right,
really.
thanks, Brick.
Whatever.
Thanks, Brick, for that.
AKA doo-doo butt.
Nice.
Okay, I asked you this before we started recording, but at the end, so the whole premise of this is they're trying to sacrifice her before sunrise so that they don't die, because that's the pact that they made is if you play hide and seek, you have to kill and sacrifice this person before dawn. She survives until dawn. They're like, oh my god, all of a sudden, blah blah blah. They were kind of questioning all throughout whether or not they would actually die. Turns out they explode.
Yeah.
There comes a point at the very end where the only people left are Grace and her husband, whose name I'm totally ignoring because fuck that guy.
And you have to backtrack real quick because throughout the whole movie, he was on her side, you would say. He was trying to get her out of there. He was doing things for her to try to ensure she was going to get away. And he
was get
failed.
out.
He was tied up, whatever, but go on.
Sure. So by the end, he switches sides basically. He's like, "Well, fuck this. I don't want to die. I'm going to sacrifice her. I don't want to die, and my whole family. I don't want my whole family to die." But
And you just killed my mother.
yeah,
basically.
that probably was a turning point as well. So at the very end, everybody else in the family explodes, and there is
fuck you.
a long pause where he is trying to convince her that he's not a bad guy. They should stay together. Everything's going to be okay. Obviously, he's bullshitting her. Whatever. But I think, and I could totally just be, casting my own beliefs on this, but I think that until the point where she says, I want a divorce, he actually would have survived with her because she survived like he's her husband now. I feel like the curse would have missed them both completely.
Does that work? Because she's marrying into his family more so than he is. She takes on his name, etc.
Okay, so maybe it's
I think
the
it was
opposite.
vice versa. It would have maybe made a little more sense.
So maybe it's the opposite, because what you see is a flash of whatever the demon guy is that made the
He's
deal
sitting
with
in
them.
a chair watching,
and he kind of
everything
like
go down.
gives her the head nod, like, okay.
Yeah.
So maybe her saying I want a divorce saved her life, and she was going to blow up if she didn't say that.
Okay, that
But
might
she
make
just
a little
won
more
the
sense.
game, though.
Shut up. You don't get to talk about this.
Wait. Go watch it tonight, and we'll have a Google
I
Hangout
swear,
call.
Brick, this movie is worth watching, and I
So
think
does-
you'll like it because it's actually funny.
So does she inherit the family fortune then because she's married to him?
No, the house burns down.
But they still have a fortune in
Dude, the
Thanks,
last
right?
scene is actually fucking epic. Like if I was her, I would have that snapshot of the last scene and fucking frame it. So
She looks like, you know what she looks like? Fucking Nicolas Cage in Mandy when he's just covered in blood.
So
blood and dirt.
So throughout the movie, she's wearing a fucking huge wedding dress.
Right,
So when she's running away from people, when she has to run around, so she ends up just cutting off the bottom half of it. So she's wearing like a wedding skirt kind of. And throughout the whole movie, there's blood on her and everything. But the last scene, when you figure out that this family is actually exploding because the curse is actually true, they just all fucking explode right in front of her, and she's just drenched in blood. She goes outside, sits on the steps as the cops pull up, just fucking with a red wedding dress, gunning a cig. End.
badass.
You know what was bullshit, though? They didn't want to show the kids exploding.
Yeah. That
I was
fucking
like, they're
kid.
not going to fucking do this. And then they didn't.
Yeah, but they exploded for sure.
They exploded for sure, but they didn't want
So
to show
part
it.
of you wanted them to show the exploding kids.
First of all, the kid shot Grace, so he's an asshole. I can see him explode. It's fine. I got no problem.
Mark,
with
how do
that.
you feel about that? Do you think Ryan's
No,
a
fuck
child
that kid.
killer now?
because that's where just everything. I mean, Grace was already in a ton of shit that she was going through, but after that happened, she ended up falling down a hatch into a fucking little
They called it the goat pit.
yeah, it was a pit of the bodies that they murdered.
Yeah, like
because of this
sacrificed
curse.
goats and people.
So there's just dead fucking animals and people down there, and she has this fucking hole through her hand, and as she's climbing up the pit, she grabs onto the ledge, and there's a fucking nail that goes right through her hand, and she just goes through a bunch more shit after that whole sequence. So fuck that
Ooh,
kid.
did she get shot in the hand and then she used like her hand to lift herself
Stigmata,
up?
dude.
Yeah, she used the hole in her hand to go through that nail and leverage herself to pull herself up. It's fucked up.
I'm
Damn,
telling
what a
you, Brick, you would
psycho.
like this. Also, that is
I know.
definitely a Jesus allegory, but
Yeah, I didn't realize that, but I guess it makes sense.
whatever.
Genghis.
Okay, anything else you want to say about this before we move on to recommendations?
No, if you're into just quick movies that are a grand old time and blood and gore and actually a good story and some funny instances as well, go see this movie.
I had zero expectations for this.
Yeah.
And I was really, really pleasantly surprised. So absolutely go check this out. All right. So that's our review of Ready or Not. Recommendations for the week. Brick, since I made you shut up for a while, do you have anything for me?
If you want to see a movie this week, Angel Has Fallen. You gotta see Angel Has
Did you go
Fallen. It was
see it?
fantastic. It's Gerard Butler. It's Morgan
No, it's
Freeman.
G-Butt.
There's explosions. It's high octane action the whole time. Oh,
He's a fucking
thrill ride.
worst.
Did you really go see that movie instead?
No, double duped. Let's go. I have no recommendations. I didn't even see that movie. All right, see ya.
Wow,
Peace. Merry
I'm
Christmas.
really glad you're prepared for this podcast.
Wow.
Mark, what do you got for me?
Oh, this life I cannot change. Travis Scott's fucking documentary just launched on
Yeet.
Netflix. Rocking the Travis Scott shirt. One of the most epic concerts I've ever been to. You need to see this documentary. Even if you don't listen to his music, which you should. One of the best albums of all time, Astroworld. You need to watch the documentary. It will get you pumped up. It's
I
actually a
can't-
really good documentary.
I can't listen to Sicko Mode anymore because it just reminds me of that week we
Yeah.
spent in Scottsdale.
Have you listened to every other song on that album?
No.
They're all fucking amazing.
Okay.
And I recommend it.
Cool.
And the documentary's cool.
Uh,
And sorry.
Go ahead.
So Astroworld is based off of, there was a theme park. I don't actually know if it was Six Flags, if it was a Six Flags franchise that had it, but Astroworld, him growing up, that was one of his favorite childhood memories, is going to this theme park as a kid in Houston. So they closed it down in like 2005, and that's why he named his album Astroworld, because it brought back all these memories while he was making the music. And supposedly the mayor came out when he started his tour. He started in Houston, of course, and they announced that they're going to build an Astroworld theme park, which is kind of sick. Like, imagine making an album and they're just like,
Bring back the thing from your childhood.
we're going to fucking do this.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's a good documentary, though. Check it out. It's on Netflix.
Awesome. All right. I know that this is kind of like a cult sports movie, but I had never seen it until last weekend. And
Replacements.
that's Goon.
Oh.
With Sean William Scott, the hockey
hockey
movie.
movie?
The guy from American Pie.
Yes, aka Stifler. I had
He's
never
the
seen
fighter.
this. This movie is hilarious. It's
Really?
very
There's a second one.
dead. I watched the sequel too. They're both on Netflix.
Is the
It's-
second
Yeah,
one good?
man.
The second one's okay. The first one's
Okay.
better. It's Goon and Goon 2, The Last of the Enforcers. I didn't realize that Jay Baruchel wrote these and directed them. Jay Baruchel's like the stereotypical Boston guy from this. He was in Man Seeking Woman. He's like the main character, which that's
Oh,
a
yeah,
way
the
underrated
Canadian
show, by
friend.
the way.
He's like the Canadian friend from This Is the End.
Exactly. Yeah, that's him. So this movie's really funny and really kind of heartfelt and good. And
Nice.
Sean William Scott basically just plays like a really stupid guy who can fight with giant hands and a really hard skull. It's
Does he
pretty good.
literally have giant hands?
They're not like giant,
okay.
giant,
He's
but
just a good fighter.
it's
Like Buster hands, Buster military grade man hands. Just
Liv
going in
Schreiber's in
there
it.
pouncing people.
Yeah, so this was really worth watching. I want to, in case you missed last week's episode, mention Righteous Gemstones. The third episode came out today, actually, HBO sometimes will release the episodes early if we're going into a holiday weekend. So they release this, Succession, and there's one other show that came out today. I can't think of which one it is, but
John Oliver, maybe? Did they
I
usually
can't
do those?
remember. But definitely go check that out. And also, I finally
Hallelujah.
finished.
Good news. That's great
Yeah.
news.
I also finished Far Cry New Dawn. I've asked around in all like our Discord and on social media and everything. I feel like nobody plays Far Cry games.
TJ plays Far Cry games. Is that the one with the like super redneck people that
The
are in
last
Hollywood?
one.
Okay.
The last one was the one with the redneck people. New Dawn is the follow up to that.
Okay.
So it's a super dark story. It's got this mix of dark humor and childish humor and really fucked up stuff. Like the hillbilly one was about a cult where they're making drugs and basically taking over Montana or wherever in the upper
It was Montana.
Midwest.
You're right.
I don't know. I like it. It's kind of redundant, but I don't care. Like I'm fine with that where I can turn my brain off for a little while. This came out a while ago, but it's still worth playing to me. You can get it pretty cheap right now, especially get resale. You can probably get it for like $15 if you're looking like on eBay or something. So
Maybe.
check it out.
Have you played the Primal one with the woolly mammoths?
That's the one I have not played.
Brick, big gamer guy.
Forgettable.
Not anymore?
No, I remember that. I never played it. I never got into Far Cry either. I don't know why.
It's because you're not a
Did
real
you
gamer.
play like Assassin's Creed? I was more of an Assassin's Creed guy.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing though, where they just regurgitate the same storyline. It's just like a different setting slightly.
You can't have two of those games. You know, you can have one. You can't really choose a lot.
What an arbitrary rule.
No, Spider-Man is like, that's kind of in that realm.
What? You wouldn't want two
Like,
Spider-Man games?
Running around, going to objectives, doing things, and then getting shit to upgrade your shit. It's just,
That's 90% of
It's
games that aren't
RPG.
just FPS shooters.
yeah. Right, right.
Okay. You don't know anything about gaming. That's fine. So
Zero
this has
culture.
been episode 158 of the Chumpcast. As
Number
always, you
159. What?
158.
Is it?
Triple dupe. Great
You
things
can't-
come in threes.
Oh yeah, I guess it
He
was
has no
one.
Hail
fucking
the end,
idea what he's
everybody.
talking about, but
Merry Christmas. I'm out.
okay, bye. As always, you can find us on social media at the Chumpcast. You can call or text us at 847-920-6107.
Till next time.
Yeah, I guess until next time.
Chumps out, motherfuckers. Peace.
Brick, you're fired.
You're gone, Brick.
Ciao. Ciao.
Another one.
Spoiler.